Here you are, you're at Survival Road. How are you surviving so far? Today I wanted to talk about epic, and I love that word, but if you're like me, you probably don't think of yourself as being an epic or heroic person or living an epic life. But why not? So I thought about it, and then the second piece, because if you know me, I always go down to the basics, is the real essence of living an epic life, I'm fairly certain, is having a good foundation and being disciplined and committed. You know, my favorite words. And so if you've noticed, I haven't had very much exercising or training stuff because, number one, this space is where I do it and it's all cluttered up. But also, gosh, I just get so off track. Are you living an epic life? I started with this word thinking about my own life and, well, its epic failures. But that is not what I want to focus on. So rather, how can we live an epic life? Of my getting off track has been it's been 6 months since I hurt my arm, and so part of my off track has been the realization that this body isn't the body I had 20 years ago, and it's just not responding the way it used to. So I'm taking this opportunity to go back to super basic foundational principles, which are breathing, posture. I was focusing on posture by just releasing the imbalances, but I need to do a lot of strengthening, which means, you know, feet, pelvis, head posture, and then diaphragmatic breathing. And hopefully being able to walk barefoot, which I really can't do outside, but I'll be able to do in here. So the origin of the word itself comes from word and story, as in the epic poem The Iliad by Homer. There's usually a hero, sometimes a war, but mostly it means big, impressive, spectacular, or awesome. So in today's vernacular, are you living an awesome life? You know, the essence of epic is you have a heroic journey or a heroic event, but you got to be prepared. So that's what we're doing today, is we're getting ready to prepare and start again, because you cannot have an epic life without having epic failures. And so I'm not here to I started off, you know, irritated with myself that it's been 6 months and I'm practically back to where I started. The confusing part is big, because so much of our real life is tiny, and even great adventures begin with one tiny step. Epic needs to live on a foundation. It needs roots to support it when it gets really huge, so it all doesn't come falling down. Epic is an idea we can hold on to every day as we breathe, walk, learn, and love. The simple steps will take you the farthest. The biggest, strongest, most solid foundation with the deepest roots, that will create your most epic adventure and journey, because you'll have something to stand on. If you're you know, the old saying, if you're living in a house of cards, or if you build your house on sand, not so much. So that is my challenge. First, a good time for 3 breaths. Good time for 3 breaths. And because each of us may have an epic moment, but it will become an epic failure if we're not ready for it, with all the tiny steps and decisions that lead us down the road to our own great story. Today, be the hero out of the limelight and living in the everyday, one epic footstep at a time. You are epic. The only question is, are you living an epic life? We'll see you next time.